department's budgetary proposals. And in the deliberations on the appropriate bill in the House and the Senate and the powerful bicameral conference committee, so-called congressional insertions are made. But what is abominable are the malicious double entries of 200 million pesos and possibly 50 million pesos using different names for identical projects. Distinguished colleagues, let me go on with more of the truth. The Budget Secretary during the DPCC hearing admitted that we generated substantial savings every fiscal year out of the annual nationwide budget for personal services or PS from a low of 80 billion out of a PS budget of 250 billion in 2002 to a high of 177 billion out of a PS budget of 366 billion in 2007. Kung ganito pala kalaki ang hindi nagagastos taon sa personal services, bakit kailangan pa ng VAT na nagpapahirap sa taong bayan? Ang sagot ng Budget Secretary, ginagamit daw ito para sa Christmas bonus ng mga kawani pamahalaan. If this is true, Mr. President, then the portion of the budgeted PS should have enabled the government to dole out bonuses to our teachers, policemen, and soldiers, not only in December, but every month of the year. Ilan na kayang beses lumampas sa ating pagsusuri ang ganito? Nangyayari kaya ito taon-taon? Balikan natin at tunghayan ang nangyari sa budget ng Department of Agrarian Reform noong taong 2007. In the regular budget of the Office of the Secretary of DAR, Personal Services or PS as we abbreviated, amounted to 1,854,247,000 pesos. Yet, in the special purpose funds, a section separated from the regular budgets of line departments because these are funds earmarked for the Agrarian Reform Fund. There is another Personal Services or PS appropriation amounting to 1,890,273,000 pesos. Ngunit kung susuriin mo ang staffing support ng DAR, mayroong mga posisyon at empleyado ang sinusweldohan. Pero ang Agrarian Reform Fund, isang specific fund, walang dapat staffing support, walang sweldo, kasi walang empleyado. Eh sino naman ang mga mapapalad na nilalang na mababiyaan ng 1.7 billion or 1.8 billion pesos? Marami pa pong mga kahindik-hindik na pangyayari sa iba't ibang sangay ng ating pamahalaan. Aabutin po tayo ng siyam-siyam kung susuriin natin isa-isa. Anyway, Mr. President, last Tuesday morning, I was interviewed on radio, first by Mr. Mike Enriquez of DCWB, and then by Ms. Ina Sanchez and Mr. Ted Pailon of DCMM. While I mentioned during the interviews the fact that there was a billboard of the Senate President that used to stand proud to announce the road from C5 to Sukat, or President Carlos P. Garcia Extension Construction Project, I was very emphatic, Mr. President, to point out that I was not accusing the Senate President of being responsible for the congressional insertion. And that, what I was saying about the billboard and the photo release are mere statements of fact. I have no question about the relevance of the said road project, Mr. President. More so, if it would indeed benefit the Filipino people. Questions may probably arise later on its actual cost. But the nagging question to me is, why fund it twice? Public Works Undersecretary Manuel Bonoan came out last weekend and tried to justify and explain first 200 million peso entry was for a flyover and the second for the road itself. Former Cavite Congressman Gilbert Remulla is now saying that the second 200 million pesos was supposed to be for the construction of a flyover from Sucat Road to Manila Coastal Road. If we are to believe Congressman Remulla and Undersecretary Bonoan's clarifications, why did the budget not specifically describe each of the 200 million entries as in the other appropriations for several projects in the same General Appropriations Act of 2008? And I will describe some of these projects for your reference, distinguished colleagues. Number one, construction of the Quezon Ecotourism Road, found on page 570, appropriately described as 190 million pesos for phase 1 and 91 million pesos for phase 2 for a total of 281 million pesos. Number 2, the Quirino-Andaya Highway, on page 572, Quezon Camarines Sur, Camarines Norte, with an appropriation of 515 million pesos for the Quirino Highway, Quezon side, intermittent section, 164.8 million pesos, and for Andaya Highway, Camarines Sur, Norte side, intermittent road, 350.2 million pesos. Number 3, the construction of Candelaria Bypass Road in Quezon, including road right-of-way, which was funded with 100 million pesos, divided specifically into sections, namely Bukal Sur, Masin Sur, Pahingan Norte, Malabandan Sur, and Mangilag Sur, with 20 million pesos each. And on page 581, Mr. President, Las Piñas City, MSR Quirino, with 25 million pesos in appropriations, had two specific items, namely the MSR Quirino Barangay Pulang Lupa 1 from Las Piñas District Hospital to Zapote Alabang Junction Phase 1, which was allotted 15 million pesos, and the MSR Barangay Iadana and Barangay Pulang Lupa 1 from Plaza Quezon towards Las Piñas District Hospital Phase 2, which was allotted 10 million pesos. Kung ang isang 25 milyong pisong halaga lamang ng proyekto sa Las Piñas City ay naipaliwanag na mabuti ang mga eksaktong lugar na paggagamitan ng nakaraang pondo, ano pa ang 200 milyong piso? I can go on and on, Mr. President, but what is clear is that the standard procedure is to identify specific stages of the project for funding, especially for the same infrastructure. I do not know where Mr. Bonoan is coming from, but his flyover sale simply won't fly. Mr. Remulla, of course, is the spokesman of the Nationalista Party, so he can always say anything for his party president. Even more disappointing are those who claim to be against corruption, but are now circling their wagons around this issue. The gentleman from Makati and Camarines Sur said I was making a mountain out of a molehill. Another colleague, the gentleman from Taguig Pateros, who launched his senatorial campaign last year on the advocacy of katotohanan, katapangan at karangalan, ito ang gusto ko, now says 200 million pesos is loose change. Loose change, my foot. Distinguished colleagues, 200 million pesos may be a molehill to some, but to common Filipinos like most of us, 200 million pesos is a mountain we cannot even scale. 200 million pesos may be loose change to some, but pala ang 200 million pesos. For our soldiers in the field, it is loose change that can buy them bullets, combat boots and combat packs, and uniforms to defend and protect Mindanao from the secessionists. It is loose change that can